Hey girl, hey, welcome back to Sassy Jones TV here on YouTube. So listen, here's the thing. I had a goal, a pretty lofty goal, always of having my husband work for the brand, right? And so I knew that it would take a while to achieve, and he was like, girl, if you want me to come over and leave my good multi-six-figure job, I am going to need to make sure that you have a certain few things in place, right? So I was like, okay, Lord, how long is it going to take me to build this brand up to the point where I can steal him, right? Because he's a beast at what he does. He's a marketing genius. Lots of people do not know that my husband is responsible for the name of my company. I had the sassy part, but I was like, I want to be sassy something. Sassy couture, sassy something, and I just couldn't figure it out. He is so effortless with it though. He just walked up, he was like, Sassy Jones. I was like, what? How you just come up with that? It took me like years to like figure this thing out, right? So, long story short, Sassy Jones was able to snatch him and bring him on full-time as the president of our company. And so many people wonder why he's camera shy. And I don't really know why either, but I'm dragging him on to camera with us today. So we're gonna chat a little bit about what it's really like to work together when you're married and like it just never turns off. So come on, babe. Don't be scared, don't be scared, don't be scared. It's okay. Okay. So you're here. First of all, I want to ask you, how does it feel?
It's different. I'm very much used to structure, being in corporate America, and then it's kind of one of those things. It's like, where's my training? You're gonna teach me how to do it? You know, it's like, you know, I come over here and there's a million things going on, and just trying to figure out like, where do I sit? Where do I fit in at? And
but didn't I warn you though?
Yeah, but you don't let me ask questions. I can't even ask questions.
I do let you ask questions. I warned him. I said, before you come over here, it's crazy, okay? A little bit of stuff on the back end is a hot mess, right? And so in a small...
Oh.
You know what? Shade. It's hot.
So anyway, I think for me, the big thing is the flexibility. Being able to travel with her, being able to experience it versus hearing about it, but then also being able to bring the kids along. You know, let them see this journey, see what life is about, and see what they're capable of achieving. So
yeah, because our kids are 3, they're twins, they're boys, and so they are born into it. So they know mommy and daddy is running their own company. They will know nothing else. So I would have to say my favorite thing about working together is probably seeing your joy. Like in terms of, because with Verizon, he is a change maker, but like in a corporation, you can only affect but so much change, right? Like you have to climb a corporate ladder and you have to get approval, and there has to be like all this red tape before your changes can be made. But here, like he just takes so much pride. I just see how you light up when like you're like, I just came up with this today and look, it's working, right?
Correct.
And so I think that's pretty cool. Okay, another question. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. What have you learned about me since sharing an office?
Ooh, that's a lot.
I'm gonna smack you. Are you serious? I thought you knew everything about me already.
To a degree.
I shared so much when we first met.
No, not this. I think that and I'm still learning today. So let me make that clear. I think the biggest thing is the level of control. And so what I've seen. And I see it every day, every hour, no matter where we are. There's that level of control, because again, it is your baby. It's something you built from the ground up. Granted, I had, you know, some say so in the creative side of it, or creating the name, or helping with this or helping with that, but this woman here has done it all. So there's still that fear, I think, of like, why are you doing this today? What are you doing it for?
It was hard. And then with you, I kind of, when we came into, it's an interesting dynamic because he's only doing his job, right? And there's tasks that he's responsible for. But then too, I have to hear no a lot. And as an entrepreneur, as a type like alpha female, it's very difficult for me to hear no, especially something that's bad. Like, this is not how you would tell me no, right? And so, but it makes all the sense in the world. So, yeah, I think that for me, the biggest thing that I learned about you with us working together is that in our personal relationship, you don't tell me no a lot. Like,
That's true.
We're very much like, we just figure it out all the time. But in this is different because he's just like, no, that doesn't work. I'm like, what? Like, do we bring work home with us?
No. Actually, I'm joking. Yes.
I was about to say, you about to make me call you a name. Like, you lying.
That's a good question. I'm like, where do I start? I don't know when we don't talk about work. Mm-hmm. And we try our best if we're at dinner, if we're with the kids, if we are picking them up from school or vice versa. It's work. And I think the hardest part is the people that mean a lot to me, the people I surround myself with, they also ask me about work. And so work has become our life on all levels. But I think that we're doing a better job because we recognize that we were forgetting ourselves in it. And it's like, what happened to, the regular us? Mm-hmm. And so what we've done now, and we used to, so when I had my corporate job, it was kind of one of those situations where we could ask each other about how it worked because we didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know the answer to the question.
Yeah. But now it is a struggle. I will say it's something that we recognized early on.
Yeah.
And it brought on a lot of frustration, especially with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were days you get home, it's like, I don't want to talk about work.
Yeah, I don't want to be Sassy Jones all day.
Yeah. And so she say that, but we can't even go to Marshall's or TJ Maxx without somebody yelling Sassy Jones across the whole store.
It happened twice at church yesterday, and I'm just trying to praise God.
So we're doing a better job at it. I think it's just one of those situations where it's like, it is reality. I wouldn't change anything for the world. It's just adjusting to this new.
Yeah, it's definitely the new normal.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. And so the biggest thing for me, with my biggest fear with bringing him over, is that we would all turn into work, and it just requires an insane amount of concentration to not. So even if I feel myself veering off that way, I'll try to stop myself. And on a lot of occasions, you stop yourself too. Because you'll tell me at the end of the day, he'll be like, okay, we're at the dinner table and I did want to ask you about this, but I suppressed it, right? And it's good, because there has to be compartments throughout the day where it's us, where it's work, and then that way it doesn't become all blended, right? So, yeah, but I'm not going to lie and say that it's easy. It's not. It's not easy at all. But is it worth it? Absolutely. It's totally worth figuring it out. So since it's so new, that's what we're in the process of, just learning our new normal. It is a loaded question.
Okay.
But are you game?
Let's go.
Okay. All right. So describe a disagreement that we've had and how we overcame it.
That's easy. For me,
okay,
I would say budget. It's probably the biggest one. And so I think for all businesses or even individual, on a personal level, budget is always that, can we just agree on this makes sense? And so I would say for us, budgets, what I've learned about budgets, because I'm new at this on a business side, is they change based on the needs of the business. They will never just be the same for the entire year. That would be great. I mean, we'd all be rich if that was the case. Yeah. However, I think that we've done an amazing job with being flexible.
Yeah.
Also compromising.
Yeah.
And also figuring out what is the best route to go where we're not exceeding the budget to a certain level, or where can we save within the budget. We might be saving on this piece so we can spend a little bit more on this piece. And budget is just not inventory. Budget is your employees, it's your workspace,
supplies.
It's all of the above, supplies.
Yeah. And
so figuring out, doing the right research and being able to compromise, being okay with, we need to come to an agreement on what makes sense so we can move forward. So that's been the big thing for me.
Okay. Do you think we're doing a good job at it now?
I think we're doing a lot better job at it.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was somewhat of a struggle because...
Ooh, Jesus. This is my favorite question, and I'm excited to see what your answer is. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay. So what about our future at the company excites you the most? Big excitement.
I think the big thing for me is, and it's probably similar for both of us, is the legacy. I know you preached it for a while. You talked about it for a while prior to me coming over.
Yeah.
And going through this process and leaving my job to come over, it was like, okay, we can really leave a legacy for our kids.
Yes.
And I think what excites me the most is they're here. They understand it. They're running around telling mom, hey, your necklace is sitting here. What piece is it? They know some of the name of the stuff. Which is scary. It's like, yeah, and then sparkle party. It's like, soon as she leave out the door, Mama, you going to the sparkle party? I'm like, the kids know about the sparkle party. And they watch it. secretly keep them up late at night to watch it with me live so they can see it. And all they're saying is, mommy's at the sparkle party. So I think for me, it's just, honestly, is being able to create something that one day our kids can carry along with them. One day that they can say, Mom, well, they'll probably say Mom was the queen of sparkle party, obviously. But I think that just being able to leave them something and show that it can be done.
Yeah.
And being entrepreneurs is huge. It is a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a big deal. So
yeah. I would have to agree on the same vein. I would more so say what excites me the most is letting our children know that they have choices, right? So even if they don't want to grow up and take over the family business or, that's fine because so many families get down that rabbit hole, but to let them know that they can do whatever they want to do, right? And if they choose entrepreneurship, they know what it looks like, right? They've had educated experiences to know what this life looks like. That way they can make a decision as to whether it's for them or not. But for me, it's choices and being able to afford the lifestyle to provide those choices.
Absolutely.
You did good.
I tried.
You did good. So, girl, thank you so much for watching our interview. This is raw, uncut, real life, what we go through. And so subscribe. Let us know if you work for your husband or if you guys are in business together or what it is that you guys do too. We're interested to know. Until next time, we're helping you feel undeniably confident.